What's going on, everyone? So today I'm super excited to announce that my Vector in the 22LR finally came in. So I've been waiting on this for a little while. As soon as I found out that it was kind of debuted in SHOT Show, I immediately started looking around, figuring out where I was gonna get it the fastest. Not the first person to get one by any means, but I think as far as I'm aware, I've searched online, I'm probably gonna be the first person that goes over some details on it, as well as I'm gonna be putting several rounds, we'll discuss that later, through it over the course of, from today is Wednesday, until Sunday. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and kind of dive into it and discuss some of the things on it. So right off the bat, obviously you'll see I went ahead and added some things to it. Some of the things that probably aren't going to stay, but I've added it for now. For instance, like this laser, added that to it. Now, this laser, it works really well on my Taurus TX22, and I've already seen footage of this thing firing, so I know for a fact it's going to be just fine and stay zeroed in on the Vector, because this thing has literally no recoil whatsoever. From the footage I saw of people shooting this, it doesn't move, period. Like 22s didn't have recoil before, but this thing is really solid. I do have a sling on this guy. That is just for when we go out. Sunday, we're gonna be kind of doing some like field shooting. So we're gonna be out on some private property, and versus having to set this down every time I'm not firing it, I'll just have it on my side. I just figured it'd be a little bit more convenient. I do have my little Vism flip sight on here. I have a different red dot coming. My expectations aren't too high for this, but I think it's actually going to work fine on this particular firearm. But I do have something else coming. It is not, my goal was that I was gonna be able to basically, you know, if I'm using my iron sights, I just knock this guy down, vice versa, and it will work for that. But just the line of view on it, it's kind of difficult because this is designed for a pistol, so the angle you have to get onto it is extremely awkward on this. I did throw on it a skeleton or skeletonized brace. This, however, did come with, let me lay this down here. Did come with the SB Tactical brace. This may end up going back on the firearm. I haven't decided. I thought I was getting one that didn't have any kind of brace at all, so I kind of just went a cheaper method. But it did come with this. So I may end up using this. I'm not entirely sure. More to come on that. I will be going to the range tomorrow. I have a ton of ammo, so between tomorrow and then the field day we're gonna do Sunday, should run well over 1,000 rounds. I'll go over all the ammo I have to test in it to see if anything acts funny. During SHOT Show, the representative for KRISS said that I think it's Remington bucket of bullets or something like that, does not fire well on this. So I didn't get that, but I did get several other types of ammunition. So we'll kind of go over that later. All right, so here we have the Vector. Let's go ahead and drop the magazine. Magazine release is right here, so let's drop that out. Fantastic, so that's out of there. Now, apparently the breakdown's simple on this. These little rivets right there, they push out. So we're supposed to just pop them. Pull that one out. Pull that one out. Pop this guy. And drop it, awesome. And then supposedly, I just pull up and that removes the lower from the upper. Now, I'm not positive on this, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at this point, if I purchased a lower of like 9mm, the 45 or something like that, that essentially it'll click into this and I can still use this. But So this is the gun. This is what is serial numbered. This is just essentially the frame. It's called the upper, but I mean, it's basically just like the stock. Well, I guess not. It's got the trigger assembly on it. But anyway, so yeah, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, if I spent $1,000 and got a upper or a lower from a higher caliber, I basically, for the price of what I would pay for a 9mm or a 45, I have a 22 and I would have that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. There's a Vector that I can check out at the, I can't shoot it, but it's because it belongs to somebody's, but I can take a look at it and I can find out if that's actually the case over at Springs Road Gun Club. So when I'm out there shooting tomorrow, I'll definitely try to look into that and find out. On the 22, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of all this is, because the 22 just operates on a regular blowback system. The higher calibers, the way that whatever the V recoil or whatever Vector or KRISS calls it, when it comes back, it drops down to basically eliminate a lot of the recoil. The 22 does not do that, so this is just open in here. And there's a little door for it. I don't know if that's just the way that they made their housing of this, that just made sense to go ahead and leave it that way from the other calibers or what, but as far as I can tell, that's literally just an open space for nothing. Let me move my light closer here so you can see in here. Oh, that's blinding. So you can see in here, there's your barrel and all of its assembly and everything. I'm not going to really dig into this right now just because it does not need to be cleaned. But inside of this little handy owner's manual, it tells me exactly how I need to clean it. So whenever it comes time to do that, I will make a video on that as well. So putting this guy back together, you just basically do the exact same steps in reverse. So we're just gonna put that on. It says just drop it in, supposedly. Just like that. And then reset your pins back in. So 1, 2, put that back up, and 3. Now if you take both of these off, this little bottom door comes out to that empty spot that I'm not quite sure what is there for. Got your safety switch here. So yeah, super excited to test this guy out. Now, as far as ammunition goes for this guy that I'm gonna be shooting, I have about 320 rounds left of Mini Mag by CCI. I have 300 rounds of Target by CCI. 550 rounds of Federal, I guess, Target. About 150 rounds of Quiet. Now, probably not gonna end up shooting all of this just because I already know what's gonna happen. It's not going to eject the casing more than likely. And so every single round I'm gonna have to sit there and charge it and just to fire it. I might run like one of these boxes and then call it a day on that. I've got some CCI Stingers and a box of Agula. So just wanted to pick something up random that was different. So that's what I got. In total, we've been looking at 550. So 900 if you add that together, 1200, 1250, 13. So I got about 1400 rounds here. Don't know if I'm gonna fire everything, but quite a bit for a good range day. So I'm gonna be using this throughout the week on all my filming and everything. So hopefully we get some good tests done and find out how well the KRISS Vector is chambered in 22 LR. But that's kind of an overlook at the Vector 22. Super excited to go shoot this thing. A ton of things planned with it. I also have other things going on too. I'm going to be reviewing several different guns, shooting some different things. Hopefully we get this thing nice and gunked up, and we'll see if we can actually force it to have a failure during the process of shooting it, and then we'll clean it up and everything like that. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of things coming up. If you got any suggestions, definitely let me know. I'm open to look around different things and everything like that. I think that about covers it. So yeah, if you did like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe. Other than for that, I'm out.